this is RacingKid998, also known as David. So this is the first video I've been doing at my new house, I'm pretty sure. We moved to Virginia about 3 weeks ago. So I'm just kind of getting settled in here. I haven't made any videos because things have been crazy, you know, getting used to my new job. I'm still in the Navy, but I'm just at a new command. Getting used to my new job, getting used to the area. As you can see, the garage, we have quite a lot of space. It's a 2-car. The only annoying thing is this fridge that came with the house that we're gonna get rid of. But I got my tools all set up. So I got the toolbox. The garage did come with all these awesome shelves, so I've got all the car parts stacked up here. Let's see what else. So, oh, this cabinet, I just kind of have stuff in there right now. I just got this from Chemical Guys, interior cleaner. So I'm definitely gonna try that out and probably post on my Instagram about how it goes. Now, the first thing I wanna show you guys is I took off the Air Force bags that I had on. Well, I had the shop take off the Air Force bags and I put on new AirLift Performance. So right now it's aired up all the way. Just because my driveway is really steep, I air it up when I take it in and out. After I wash it, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like aired out. I'm so happy with the new AirLift bags. When I air out, it goes way lower than it did before. The mud flaps crunch all the way into the ground. The back wheels tuck really nicely. Before they didn't really tuck. It was kind of like almost rim to fender fitment, but some of the tire on the top was still showing in the back. Now it tucks like pretty far in there. The front goes down about just as far, maybe a little bit higher, because the front struts were turned down all the way to the maximum looseness before, and the backs were turned up all the way to the tightness, because that's how I got it installed. Well, when I got it installed, it was tight and tight. I loosened up the fronts, but the backs are more of a work to loosen up. But with the new struts, they put in these little knobs so I can just easily reach in and loosen them. But right now, the front and the back are both at about halfway for the dampening. So the back air is down lower and the front air is down a little bit higher, but it's still really low. But once I get a splitter or something on the front, it will still look like it sits on the ground. So after I wash it, I'm definitely gonna show you guys what it looks like. But first I wanna show you these old Air Force bags that I took off. So the reason why I got the bags swapped out is because the left rear was not coming up even when I was airing up. And this is why. So we pushed this down yesterday after I got taken off, and as you can see, it still hasn't come back up. The strut is absolutely stuck on these things. So there you can see I pushed it down all the way, and it's not really coming back up. Basically, the strut started to leak and created a vacuum, and it just keeps it stuck. So even when I would pressurize the bag all the way, it wouldn't come up at all, and it was staying down, the bumper was staying down on the wheel. This strut is just completely destroyed. So I had to change out the rear ones because it comes as a set. So I decided if getting new AirLift in the back, I may as well get new AirLift in the front, which turns out it's a really good thing I did that, because this is my front right. As you can see, the bag is torn pretty deep. It was just a couple PSI, or like one big bump away from splitting and basically turning into a grenade. So as you can see, that split goes all the way around there, the whole front half of this bag. So that's terrifying. That was, you know, that could have gone out at any time. So it's a good thing I just decided to say, oh, I'll just change all 4 while I was out there, because one of my fronts and one of my rears are both destroyed. So these are Air Force. I don't know how many miles they had when I got them. I want to say like 50,000, and I've had them for about 20,000. So they're pretty old, but at the same time, 70,000 miles, you wouldn't think they'd be completely destroyed. But I have only ever heard good things about AirLift, so I'm hoping these new AirLift bags I got will last me basically forever. So I just want to show you guys how bad those bags were before I throw them in the trash. And then I will wash the car real quick with my new foam cannon from Chemical Guys. So I got this new foam cannon from Chemical Guys. It's the kind that goes right on a garden hose because I don't have a power washer. And I've got their citrus wash and gloss, which I'm gonna try out today. It's super concentrated car wash and it looks awesome. So I'm gonna give it a quick wash and see how it looks. All right, so super quick video before it gets dark because I want to take some pictures. I just cleaned the car with the foam cannon from Chemical Guys, and you're supposed to spray it and soak it in car wash fluid and then wipe it down. I didn't even do that. I sprayed it with water, sprayed it with the foam cannon, rinsed it off, Didn't touch it at all because I just want to see how it came out, and it still came out extremely clean. So I can only imagine if I actually go in with a hand brush after the foam's on there and clean it and then wax it afterwards. But I just want to show you guys real quick how the new bags look. So as you can see, aired out, it's down way lower than before. The wheel's tucked into the fender. So you can see it's a little uneven ground right now. So this side actually went down a little bit lower. But as you can see, it's down low enough that the mud flap crunched right into the floor, which before, when I would air out, I had about this much space in between the mud flap and the ground. You can see just how well it tucks. Yes, my fenders are rolled, but man, it's in there. Like, it tucks really well compared to how it looked before, especially when you're standing up looking at it. It just looks really good. And then the front is still low. The front is still low, but a little bit higher off the ground than it used to be. It's maybe like an inch off the ground, maybe like a ½ inch off the ground in the front instead of sitting on the ground. But I think overall it looks way lower than before. And that's without changing the wheel specs or the camber or anything, literally just changing to the new bags. And this is how it turned out. So I'm super happy with it. The bags seem to air up and air down faster than before, even though I have the same size lines. They seem like the pressure gauges, which I got installed, which I haven't actually shown a video of those yet. So the pressure gauges actually respond way better on these bags than they did on the other ones. You can see the back left still doesn't zero out all the way, but when I'm up and I'm riding, they seem to be pretty accurate. But with just the tiny click of a button, they change just a little bit. They seem like they represent the pressure better than before. Before, if I just barely click the button to go up, this would shoot up to like 20, that would shoot up to like 15. They would jump around and then finally settle on like 10 or whatever they really are. It seems like these bags are read way better by the pressure sensors. I don't know if that's because the bag had a leak up there or because the bags were just so trash, but they just seem to work a lot better. So overall, I spent a lot of money. It was like $800 to get the gauges installed, and then ordering the bags and getting them installed. All in all, I paid $2,800 for that. So I've spent a little over, I don't know, $3.5 grand in the last 2 weeks between getting these gauges installed and changing out my bags. Most of it was labor, but it was just stuff that I didn't have time for and I don't have the knowledge for, so I took it to a shop. The shop did a really good job though. I'm really happy. But yeah, so that's really it, you guys. I mean, the next thing is to change out the steering wheel. I have a new steering wheel sitting in the garage. It's OEM style like this, but flat bottom, flat top, carbon fiber, white stitching, white stripe in the middle. It just looks really good. Actually, I'll give you guys a sneak peek real quick before I end the video. So this is all I'm going to show you guys right now. You can see it's blue carbon fiber. You can get a little hint of the leather right there, but I don't want to give it away until the actual install. I might have pictures on my Instagram. If you guys follow my Instagram at @theslowevox with underscores in between every word, I do post a lot more frequently on my Instagram than I do here on YouTube, so check that out for updates. But other than that, that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you the next one. All right, bye.